first. That's how it normally was.
It's this epic disaster. How are you, people? Hey, guess what?
What?
We're doing a show.
Oh.
Now, this episode, it has a significance to it. I don't know if you know.
It's significant?
It's significant. It has a significance, which I will talk about in just a few moments. First of all, we're going to crack open a beer. We have, for our live beer review, a special beer, which I accidentally left in the freezer too long, so it might be too frosty and go all over the floor. We're going to find out right now if that will happen, and it did not, which is great. Why don't you tell the fine people at home what we're going to be drinking?
I will in just a second. It's really cold.
It's icy
and
cold.
I have to sneeze.
Oh,
So,
don't sneeze in the beer.
I'm going to pour my bit.
I'm going to say this is from Monday Night Brewing, which we've had a few of their beers here on this program before. Monday Night Brewing from Atlanta.
Yes, and then I can continue because my sneeze was diverted.
It has a little bit of a reddish tint to it.
There's a reason for that. This is called Slushee Fund.
See, it should be icy because it's a slushie.
Yep. It's a cherry lime Gose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cherry lime salty.
Oh.
Those are the flavors we're after.
And it's
Why am I talking like this?
I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. It's beer color, but it kind of leans toward the pink. It's got a little pinky cast to it.
It's cherries. So this is only 5% alcohol, which is fine. That's pretty common for a Gose. Actually, Goses are normally more like 4.5.
It smells a little berryish.
But again, Monday Night Brewing from here in Atlanta. Slushee Fund is what it's called. It's got a cute little
Interesting.
piece of artwork on the can. What do you
Yeah.
think? So you tasted it.
Okay.
So this is an ale brewed with cherry puree, which would account for the pinkness,
Yep.
and flavored with lime zest.
So far, I haven't tasted the lime. I do taste the cherry, and it's not as sour as I expected it to be.
Well, it is not a sour. It's a Gose.
Okay, but a lot of those that we've had to me seem a little sourish, but maybe not. Okay.
It's really good, though. I like it so
I'm
far.
gonna say
It's
a couple of
refreshing.
things.
It's
First
also
of
very
all,
cold.
this is your birthday week. This
Happy
episode, you don't sing happy
birthday
birthday to yourself.
to me.
That's wrong.
Happy
You're not allowed to sing happy birthday to yourself.
to me.
I don't think that you should be doing that.
Happy birthday to
All right, that's enough.
myself.
Please, that's good enough.
Happy birthday
Mm-hmm.
to me.
And we're going to be talking more about your birthday in a few minutes, but I want to talk about the significance of this episode.
Okay.
We sort of talked about it in the past. Today is episode 84.
Oh, that's right.
We did a podcast for several years before
Called
we did this one,
Life in a Kilt
podcast.
Yes.
And we did 84 episodes of that podcast today. We
84?
tie that episode, that podcast, with episodes. We did 84 of that. We did 84 of this one. Next week, this will be our longest running podcast.
84 years ago.
I remember back when I was only 70. That, to me, is kind of interesting because, I don't know, I always feel like we sort of live in the shadow of the Life to Kill podcast. Nothing wrong with that podcast. I loved doing that podcast. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
But this is a totally, well, I won't say totally, it's a different podcast.
It is.
And we're now surpassing that. This is our longest podcast.
That's very exciting. And
Mm-hmm.
here's why it's exciting to me is I also enjoyed doing the Life in a Kilt podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of fun with it. But I will say that my excitement level for this epic disaster at this moment in time is at a much higher level than my excitement level was at this time with Life in a Kilt.
I feel like with Life in a Kill, we kind of reached the end of the road.
It ran its course.
Yeah, it was just like, what do we do now? And everything we decided to do, it was just like we had already done it, or we were just sort of rehashing. And the fun part of the podcast was just doing what we do now. And so we
Right.
were just like, well, don't we just keep doing that part, and the kilt part we can
Just
kind
take the kilt part
Yeah.
out of it because we found ourselves doing several shows where we didn't even talk about a kilt, and
Yeah.
we're like, this isn't kilt oriented
Right.
anymore. There's really let's morph
Yeah.
into a disaster.
And then that's what we did.
Yes,
And even
Yes,
the
we did.
beginning ideas of this one, I won't say we abandoned, but we sort of left that behind. And the disaster part of what we do has kind of become more broad. It's just sort of symbolic of all of the disasters in all of our lives.
That's true, too, because if you listen to some of the early episodes of this particular podcast, we did make it very disaster-oriented.
Right.
And like you said, it's just kind of morphed into what it is today, which I think is fun. We have devout listeners, like 2 of them.
Yeah.
And
they're still with us.
Right?
So
and
far.
if they like it, well, then I say we keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's been a lot of fun doing that. I will say I'm going to kind of go back. I sort of mentioned this maybe last week, I believe it was. Lifeinakilt.com, which I kind of discontinued. I've resurrected. I breathed a little life back into it. And I just want to say that this week I opened up the lifeinakilt.com store. So that's something that our Kilt listeners, our Life in a Kilt podcast listeners who are still with us, might want to go back and check. Go to lifeinakilt.com. It is a new store that I put together where you can buy kilt products, you can buy kilt accessories, you can buy kilt things, and it's a lot of fun. And it's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time. I finally got around to doing it, and it's going to grow. It's kind of where it is right now, but it will be expanding. And it's a place you can buy kilts, you can buy kilt stuff, you can buy Celtic stuff.
I was waiting for you to actually say you could actually buy kilts, because you said kilt things, kilt accessories, kilt stuff.
You know, that was the hardest
kilts.
thing to find, was to be able to connect with someone who actually sells kilts. And so I did, and so you can actually buy kilts there, and you can buy kilt stuff. If you're a Renaissance Fair person, you can and you will be able to buy very extensive Renaissance costumes, even outfits, women, men, and everyone in between. So I just say lifeinakilt.com. I'm not going to do a huge commercial, but you can go there. The store is now open.
All right, move on. So, I'm sorry. That's very exciting.
It is. But this is not the Life to Kill podcast anymore.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
This is This Epic Disaster podcast.
And we need to do a Would You Rather.
Do we need to do that now?
Would you rather do it later?
Oh, I don't know. You know what the episode outline is, right?
All right, let's just do this. Get it out of the way. Everybody loves the Would You Rather.
All right, you're the birthday person. You get to go first.
Happy birthday. I won't go into that again.
No, we'll just rewind it and play it if we want to hear that again.
Rewind it?
Here we go.
Will you actually rewind it?
The button is called rewind. I didn't invent it. You don't. Jeez.
Sorry, you're so old.
Drop it. Drop your yellow one.
It's purple. It's not
All right,
yellow.
purple.
It's 2 totally different colors.
Would you rather eat a wait a minute.
What?
Did you put this in you put this in the wrong place? This is
I'm
the
sorry.
The one you asked me.
Don't chastise me.
I am chastising you because you're
do
supposed to
it.
put it in the back, not
I
the front.
did put. That's what she's. No, hold on.
All right, purple.
Yes.
Here we go. Would you rather be forced to eat nothing but food from plant life? What?
Okay.
Or from the sea?
I do both, and that's all I eat
But
is
you
plant
can-
life and seed.
But you can only pick one.
I'm going to go with plant life because there's much more variety.
Okay, maybe. I was going to say if you go with the sea, there is plant life in the sea. You could do plant and sea. So you
Point
have both.
taken. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. It's funny. I love sushi. I love Japanese food.
Yeah.
I love fish. I cannot stand seaweed or kelp
no.
or any of that.
I love seaweed. You can get the
So what I like,
nori.
I like nori.
Oh man,
See, that's it. I could eat nori by the strip just without
It's like-
anything.
it's like
just,
tissue.
It is.
It's so good.
Beautiful.
I mean, not that tissue is good. My dog thinks tissue is good. But
yes, he does. She does. But like if you get a seaweed salad, like the
Yes.
fresh seaweed,
a little crunchy.
that's not happening.
That's kind of not my favorite either.
No, that's not happening with me.
Right.
Sorry. But again, the nori, I'm all about. I am totally down for nori.
But all the other seafood life, the sea creatures, shrimp,
All of them.
all that stuff, you could be enjoying that.
So many different
Never
fishes.
again you would have that.
And you know what? That might be all right with me because look how many more lives I'd be saving.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm
think
not trying to talk you out of it. What I am going to say is, since it's your birthday week, you get to do another one. You get two.
I get to.
You get to do another one.
Are you going to pick this one at random?
No, you got to drop a stone.
Okay. I get two.
You get two because it's your birthday week.
Because it's my
That's the
birthday.
yellow one.
That's a green.
All right, green, ethics and intellect. Would you rather be the sole survivor of a nuclear war
Oh.
or be the person who pushed the button on the missile silos to start a nuclear attack? Wouldn't you still be the solo survivor? I don't know.
No, because if you hit the button and you send a nuke somewhere, they're going to nuke you back and probably hit you.
Yeah.
Sole survivor, like the only human being on the planet
Or the person who pushed the button.
to cause the death of all human beings.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be all human beings. You're going to survive, I'm assuming, and probably a few other people. And there might be mutants, but still, you're not going to be alone. And two, if you like nuclear bombs have gone off in the world before,
yes,
and not everybody in the world died. So you're
right.
going to push a button, and a lot of innocent people are going to die because of you, but you're not going to be lonely.
But that's not what you said. Be the sole survivor of a nuclear war.
Number one.
Or be the person who pushed the button on the missile silos to start a nuclear attack, which will turn into a nuclear war.
You're assuming that it's going to turn into. The last nuclear attack didn't. You don't know. Now, back then, we were the only people who had the bomb, but still, I just think you have to go by, when you're reading these questions, sometimes you have to be literal. So you're going to start, you push the button to start an attack, or you're the sole survivor.
I mean, okay, let's just say this was the movie Purge. That would be the ultimate purge right there.
Yeah. I just thought of a great movie.
Push the button.
I just thought of a great movie.
Push the button.
That's what you'd rather do.
Yes.
So here's a great movie. So nuclear war happens.
Yeah.
Some sort of war happens. Some sort of something happens that annihilates everything in the world except for you and
yes,
one other person. And you don't know where that person is. You don't know who that person is.
But you have to find them.
Well, you don't have to, but you want to, don't you? And then think about it. Can you just picture randomly a stranger, anybody, just go somewhere at a shopping center and just look at one person at random. That person would have, because that's what it'd be. It's just a random person. You don't know, except this could be someone from China. It could be somebody from Brazil. It could be somebody from Monaco. You don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now that if it's someone on another continent that requires boat travel, I will likely never find them because I don't want to be out in the middle of the ocean by myself for a very, very long time.
What if that could be it? What if they wanted to kill you? That could be the whole movie. The one other person who is living wants to kill you.
That would be a really long movie.
Maybe. You don't know.
I don't know.
All right. So there you go.
I like it. Do you want to do a question?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I'll have my regular question.
Then
I don't get two of them.
Because it's not your birthday.
I'll go ahead and drop my red stone.
It's not red. It's yellow. You kept saying yellow.
That's what it does. It's my psychic ability is just really out of whack.
It's just one-off. It's normally one-off.
Generally, it's the way it is.
All right. Would you rather accidentally break your boss's $5,000 Ming vase?
I am my own boss, so.
Or lose your wedding ring?
Lose my wedding ring. First of all, I don't have a boss.
Right.
And second of all, if I lost my wedding ring, number one, my wife wouldn't care. I would really care.
You like it more than she does.
Well, she wouldn't want that to happen.
Right.
But she's not the kind of person that would be like freaked out about it.
Right.
But I like my wedding ring a lot, so I don't want to lose it. But if I
you also know where you got it, and you could always get another one.
Sure.
You got it at, what was it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I could find it. But
never mind.
I got it in Scotland somewhere.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyways.
All right. So you have a few things. You have a few questions, a few things, and a few little whatchamacallits.
Well, I do. I heard from a listener in regard to our show from 2 weeks ago. Not the last one you just heard, but the one prior.
Right.
The one in which I said I got bit by my dog.
Okay.
Okay. So our friend and devout listener, DM on the DL.
Oh, okay.
And you'll notice because she only sent it to me.
Yeah.
She sent her direct message on the down low once again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She says that she was just listening to that podcast and she had comments.
Okay.
She has two comments that are really rather that pertain to the podcast. Sorry,
Okay.
my brain stopped for a second. Okay, so she says, one, that she is the exact same way as I am with roller coasters versus Ferris wheels, which some people just don't understand. One, including her husband, does not understand.
Okay.
Roller coasters are totally fine and safe. Ferris wheels are horrifying death traps.
Well, okay. First of all, how many people have died on roller coasters as compared to on a Ferris wheel?
I don't know, but I will say that Ferris wheels have been around a lot longer.
Yeah,
So I'm going to say Ferris wheels probably have a higher number.
maybe.
We're going to have to look into that.
The roller coasters go up, down, around, upside down,
Yes.
sling you, and everything like that.
Yes, they do.
Ferris wheels just go around in circles.
Right. But here's the thing. Roller coaster, you're strapped in, you have bars over your shoulders, more likely. Some of them you don't. You have bars around you, you have belts and things that hold you in your seat almost to the point that it's uncomfortable. Ferris wheel has this tiny little metal bar that sticks
Yeah.
out about 8 inches from your body and that you could just slide under.
Now, what about those Ferris wheels that have like a little bucket where I guess you stand in them?
No,
The
you
little
don't
bucket,
stand in them. They have like little bench seats in them. They're
the
buckets.
buckets?
I'm kind of okay with those.
And they have the little roof on it, and some of them are covered, completely covered.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
almost
okay
like a
with
ski
those.
lift or something.
But if
Speaking of ski lift, would you do that?
No.
Would you go to like on a zip line?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun. The
I will
ski
do a
lift-
zip line. I will not do a ski lift.
Those big ski lifts that look like a monorail, kind of like a capsule or something. They're
Oh, yeah. So you're not talking about the ones where you are sitting on it with your feet dangling and you just jump off as it goes.
Hey, I have a terrible fear of heights. I will not get on rides. I've been on a ski lift like that, and it didn't freak me out at all. I loved it. Now, I don't know how high most ski lifts go,
Yeah.
but that didn't bother me at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was okay with that.
All
I would
right.
do it.
Well-
I did it over water even once. So that
Okay.
wouldn't be bad.
Okay, no.
Actually, more than once.
Nope.
Boardwalk in Florida. Where was I? Somewhere in Florida on the boardwalk. And I remember I was over the water on a ski lift or chairlift.
Uh-huh.
They call them chairlift, not ski lift. Beach lift.
Beach lift.
And I saw all these people like gather around and doing all this. You
I
could
thought a
tell
beach lift
there's
involved
like
surgery.
activity going on, and I could see it because I was up really high. And I'm like, what is going on? And we got down and ran over there, and some dude drowned. I got to see the dude drown. I mean, they pulled him out of the water. I saw the dude. He was drowned.
He was drowned.
It was very traumatic.
For you or for the dude?
The dude probably didn't know what was going on. There was a time it was probably traumatic.
Okay.
A
So his
big
trauma.
dude, like a football player. I mean, like nice, big, well-built dude, and he still drowned.
So his trauma is over.
Yeah,
at
but
that point.
to be fair, they were doing emergency stuff. I never found out if they revived him, so I really don't know. I always, in my mind, that's how I kind of cope with this. And I always say that it worked because they got the ambulance and they took him off and everything. So
So you play the whole scenario in your head.
I always hope that he made it, but I don't know.
Well, if he did, and if he's listening,
Yeah, if you're listening to the podcast, dude, way to go.
way to go for you.
Yeah.
Hope you had a good life. Hope you did something nice with it.
Okay, so what else?
Okay, so she has a second point, and her second point is that in regard to my dog bite,
Uh-huh.
she said that one of her dogs, who has unfortunately passed away, another dog started a fight with her dog, and she was breaking it up, and
Uh-oh.
she accidentally got bit by
Yeah.
one of them. She's not sure which one, but she said it was a teensy little puncture wound. Well, she went to the doctor. She ended up getting a tetanus shot. They got it cleaned
Uh-oh.
out, and they gave her antibiotics
Uh-oh.
for a teensy puncture wound.
Yeah.
She said that they told her it was one of the most dangerous things to not get looked at.
Yeah.
And to prove her point, she says that her brother got bit on the nose by a weenie dog because weenie dogs are bitches. She doesn't say that. I say that. And her brother was being annoying, so the dog bit him on the nose.
Sure.
But his face swelled up, and he wouldn't go to the doctor, and he finally went, and he had to have surgery
Oh, no.
to drain
Uh-oh.
the abscesses or pus or whatever.
Yeah.
So she says, go ahead and spend the $75 now at urgent care and save yourself thousands later. What she doesn't know is that I've met my deductible, so if I did go to urgent care, it would be free,
Yeah.
and I still haven't gone.
You should, maybe, to get a little shot. I mean, tetanus shot, it's over like that, and then everything that happens, whether it's a dog bite or nail step on or whatever, little cut or something like that, you'll be protected. So you should probably maybe think about doing that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll think about it.
I think you should.
I'm still thinking about it.
Can you imagine, though? And I mean, I'm not making fun, and really, I mean, but could you imagine? Because there are people, in the history of the world who were killed by a weenie dog.
Yes.
Can you imagine if that was your fate, to die by weenie dog, have a weenie dog death?
I have a scar on my chin from a weenie dog.
You have a weenie scar.
I have a weenie dog scar on my chin.
Yeah.
Which, a weenie scar on my chin.
If that ever happens to me, and you're alive and you have, I make sure you tell people I want that on my tombstone.
Death by weenie dog.
Killed by a weenie dog. Because I can imagine, like 200 years from now, somebody looking through a graveyard and they're like, look at all these old ancient things. What is this? They're scraping it off and trying to get the moss off.
Yeah.
What does it say? Richard Baldwin killed by a weenie dog?
Killed by a weenie dog? What?
Yeah.
The hell's a weenie dog?
And they have to do one of those tombstone rubbings, with the paper.
Yes.
I want to make sure I gotta get this one.
You'll
Killed by a weenie dog.
Sell for millions.
We should make this epic disaster shirts that say "Killed by a weenie dog." That is the ultimate disaster, to be killed by a weenie dog.
I much prefer death by weenie dog.
Death by weenie.
Well, no, death by weenie dog.
What did we have? We had death by. What did we have? Death by butt death or something.
Something.
That was
death.
a long time ago.
We had death by butt.
Early on. Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Back to the butts and the.
We
booth
haven't
and-
done butt jokes in a long time.
I know that's
we
because
deserve a few butts.
That's because I brought in dad jokes.
No.
Like this one.
Uh-oh.
I went to a zoo.
No.
They only had one dog there. It was a Shih Tzu.
It's a shit joke.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Was that all of our letter?
That was pretty much it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say I agree. You should definitely go get a little bit of shot. It's good for you. I mean,
Getting shots is good for you, or just taking shots is good for
well, yeah. I mean, all of it is good for you. But
Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure. Okay.
you. All right. I
What
do
else you
have.
got?
Well, I do have a question for you, unless you have something you'd like to get into.
I have several things I'm going to be getting into in just a few minutes, and they're all kind of connected. So.
All right, I'll go ahead and go
do
first.
your-
This is a very, very deep, inquisitive question.
Okay.
All right.
Deep inquisitive.
Let's say for
Yes.
whatever reason you had to leave this time period, like time travel was possible,
Yes.
and you could never come back to this time period.
Oh.
You had to leave.
Okay.
You had to go
Uh-huh.
at least 100 years in
Okay.
either direction,
All right.
past or future.
Yes.
But obviously you could go further.
Yes.
So tell me
Uh-huh.
which direction you would go, and if it's future, how far would you go? And if it's past, what period would you go to and why?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's a hard one. And it's weird because it's very similar to the question I'm going to ask you later. But I really don't know. I'm not really... I wouldn't be happy about living in the social climates in a lot of areas in the past. Mm-hmm. But then I look at what's going on now, and I'm just like, I'm not so sure I want to live in the social climates of the future. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think for a lot of my life, I felt like we were gradually becoming more enlightened, and sometimes I feel like we're moving back. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm going to say 500 years in the future. I will say I'm not very confident that there will be any humanity 500 years in the future.
Good point.
But that doesn't have to stop me. Maybe I'll be the only person on the earth, except maybe for one other person who's trying to kill me.
Who's trying to kill you, but he could live in China, and
Or
neither
she.
one, or she could live in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows? I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say 500 years in the future.
That's funny.
There's a lot of things I'd like to see in the past, because you think about, or I do think about, like Renaissance time, how romantic and all that stuff.
It's
But
not.
they would kill you for nothing.
Yep.
And just like if you just look at the king wrong,
Yep.
or he wants your wife, or whatever, you're screwed.
And everybody
There's no
stinks.
justice.
Everybody stinks.
Well, you would be used to stinking. I mean, if you've been stinking and everyone stinks, then you can't smell the stink. It's
but
just
if you
the way
just
it is.
show up
Well,
from
that's
this time
true.
period, it's just going to reek.
Yes.
It's going to be awful. You're
I'm-
just going to be vomiting on people all the time.
Yeah, because that happens in the summer here.
Yeah.
just walking around strangers here.
That's kind of true.
I'm going to start giving out bars of soap.
And they
when I
actually
walk.
bathe regularly,
Well,
most of them.
Yeah, I think we all just, we're all bathers. We're all modern humans. But we live in a hot climate. And, I mean, some people are fine with, smelling different from other people. I don't know. I mean, what everybody's bathing habits are. My bathing habit is daily, but not everyone's is daily. And that's fine. And if you're French, I don't think you care.
I'm going to tell you
I've
a
heard
secret.
that.
You've heard that? Really? So I have a secret to
Well, I
tell
don't think
you.
we have any French listeners, do we?
Nope. For the most part, unless I have something specifically planned, I don't shower on the weekends.
Oh, well, that's all right.
I mean, if I'm going to go out and do something with friends, I will do the decent thing and shower. I will also say that I don't wash my hair every day. I wash it every third day for the most part, unless I do something really sweaty and gross. And I don't use soap on my entire body every day, but I always hit the hot spots.
Yeah. There's some stuff I won't go into. But anyway, I think, I'm trying to think what my longest stretch of going without a shower would be. I want to say maybe 4 days.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Maybe
Easy.
4.
I've gone 4 days. Maybe not recently,
All right,
but
so
I've done it.
I said I wasn't going to, there was an area I wasn't going to go into, but I'm going to go into it because I have a question. I might have brought this up on a past show. I don't remember. I'm 57. I would say I have washed my legs maybe 3 times my entire life. I've never understood, do people wash their legs?
Yes.
Is that something you have to do?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Why do you wash your legs? I understand there are certain parts
do
of
you
your body.
not wash your feet?
No.
The bottom of your feet.
You're standing in soap. Why do you need to wash it? It's already there. When you wash your body, soap.
There's an aspect of scrubbing involved
Why?
because you have gook on you.
No, you don't. Your legs and your feet get all of the water and all of the soap from your shower. It constantly runs there.
What about between your toes? You don't scrub between your toes?
You don't need to. Water is there.
No, scrub. Water's not going to wash away toe jam.
I don't walk around in pig shit all day. I don't need to scrub. What is that? It's just normal.
Have you ever felt between your toes?
Yes.
And you don't feel anything
No, it's
weird?
fine. And if I take a shower and then I come out, it's clean. I am clean because I'm standing where water is constantly running. Like my head, that's the first place where water leaves. As soon as the water hits your head, it rolls down, it's gone. So you need to really scrub your head. I think as high up that you are, that's where you need to concentrate. The farther down you go, you can kind of back off a little bit, except when it comes to your butt. You probably need to spend a little more time there just because things happen in that area that you might want to kind of check on. But the
And
rest,
what about your feet being in nasty, stanky socks and shoes all day?
they're getting water and soap constantly. It's the place on your body that gets the most water and soap when you're in the shower.
I think you just don't like to bend over.
No, I don't have to bend over. I can lift my leg. I can pick up put my knee at a 90-degree angle and lift my leg up. I can reach without having to bend way over if I need to. But for that matter, get a scrub brush and you could do it. But there's no need to. It's ridiculous. I'm clean. I can inspect myself and I'm clean.
But the bottom of your feet.
They stand in water.
They stand on a surface. There's no
totally
water
clean.
between you and the surface.
The bottom of the shower is the scrub brush. It constantly cleans you. There's
Okay,
no
then
reason.
why don't you just rub your butt on the bottom of the shower then?
That I've tried a couple of times. It's just too much trouble.
It's hard to get up.
That's right. All right, but it's something I've never understood. And I've always thought, am I the only person who doesn't wash their legs?
Yes.
I don't think so. I really don't.
I do.
I just never do it. I don't see a reason to do it. I don't know.
All right.
I'm clean, and I'm a very clean person.
Remind me to never lick your legs.
I'm not going to I'm hoping.
This is why my dog gets sick, is because she comes over and licks your legs.
Licks me constantly. Okay. All right. Well, now that everybody knows my shower habits, I think I will
move on.
Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit because it's your birthday. I wanted to talk about your birthday week. It is. Do you want to tell the exact day?
Yes, it's July the 30th.
That's your birthday.
And I like presents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I thought I'd talk quickly about different things about your birthday.
Okay,
For instance,
I will be 45 years old.
Okay.
45.
Seems so young. Seems so young when you're 57.
Yep.
The thing about 45 is it just seems so bad. It seems so old. It seems so awful.
I've officially reached middle age,
but
and
when
I'm
you
enjoying
get when you get to be 47, it just seems so young.
You mean 57?
57.
See, you can't even.
Well,
think
47 too. Seems so young.
It's only...
Like my mother just turned 80, and she was just like, I never thought I would get 80, and she's like, and I don't feel old, but when you're young, you think 80's old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, Mom, 80's old.
No,
Even
you're
when you're
wrong.
old, 80's old.
You are
But
old.
When she used to say, I don't want to live to be 80, and now she's like, yeah, I want to keep going. I don't want to stop.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, that's the thing. I think there just comes, for me, it was probably, it was 50. I just think there comes a point where you're just like, I'm not going to think about the number anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not concerned about it. It doesn't bother me in any way. Some people are like, oh my God, 40 or oh my God, 45. I'm like, that's a good number.
Yeah.
I like that number.
Yeah.
45.
You made it. You made it to 45.
I did.
But 40, I think it was probably 47, 48 was when it was just like, I'm not going to go any farther. I'm not going to count anymore.
Right.
I quit.
I quit counting.
And then 50 is a kind of a major thing. You want to talk about 50, but still 50 just sounds horrible. And so my wife is 10 years younger than me. So she's like, what's going to happen when I'm 50? And I'm like, I know what's going to happen. I'll be 60. Stop talking about it. I don't want to know.
It's 3 years from now.
Yeah, maybe 50 is kind of a fun little milestone for you, but for me, it's when I start shitting my pants.
But she starts cleaning you.
No, I don't think she will.
And hopefully she'll wash your legs.
No, she would just hose me. She would send me outside with the hose, garden hose, and just turn it on me. Like, bend over. I got the crack.
Spread your cheeks. Oh, wait, that's a strip search.
Don't worry about the legs. I never clean them. They're fine as they are.
But she'll want to scrub your feet.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody does. I think you might be the only person who does. Anyway.
All right. Well, then I have exceptionally clean feet.
All right. July 30th, your birthday.
Yes.
Here's some of the other people who are born on July 30th. Do you know? Do you know them? Do you know?
I've looked it up before, but
Arnold
I don't
Schwarzenegger?
keep shit like that in my brain.
I'll be back. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I have a birthday. That was a horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Awful.
That was like one of the worst Arnold Schwarzeneggers. It's like, anyway, Lisa Kudrow.
Oh, yes, I knew that.
You know, I kind of have a crush on Lisa Kudrow.
Who doesn't?
Terry Crews.
Okay.
You know who Terry Crews is? You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
Big, like foot. Maybe he was an NFL guy, but he's a big dude. Nice looking guy. A lot of women consider him like one of the best looking dudes.
Yeah, no.
He's been in sci-fi. He's been on.
I don't know names, Rick. Show me a picture.
I think I read where he's like campaigning to be one of the big superheroes.
All right.
Terry, Terry,
Oh, wait, that's...
Crews. Terry Crews. Everyone in the world knows
Shut up.
who Terry Crews is.
Shut up.
Except for you, because you've been washing your feet all this time when you could have been looking up Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, me. Sorry.
Also, Hope Solo. Han Solo's sister. No. Soccer player.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul Anka.
Paul Anka.
Wrote the theme to the Tonight Show.
Yes.
And every time it played, he got money.
So,
I'm going to make him some money right now.
I don't know that was accurate, but all right.
Do you remember the times of your life? Paul Anka does. All right, Henry Ford. You know who Henry Ford is.
Henry Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He invented the Ford.
He made cars.
Mm-hmm. Tom Green.
Tom Green is a comedian and actor.
Yeah.
And very tall.
Hilary Swank.
I know who Hilary Swank is, and I have a crush on her.
Yeah, she's cute. Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, your favorite, your brother from another mother, Alton Brown.
Alton Brown. I shared a birthday with him one day.
Alton
Yes.
is my age.
Yes.
So, and if you think about every time your birthday happens, think about how old I am. That's how old Alton Brown is. That made no sense at
It
all.
made no sense. But I did see him once at the Chattanooga Market.
Yeah.
He was helping with a demonstration.
Yeah.
And
He was mean to everybody except for us.
He was mean to everybody except for us.
He was real
He
nice
allowed
to
us
us.
to take more than one photo.
That's right.
And I told him it was my birthday, and we got pictures together.
I think he's just shy. He's a shy guy.
I think so.
I
I
think,
enjoyed meeting him. It was fun.
yeah, I think my wife, I believe, knows someone who knows him. And
I mean,
said
I could
he's
just go hang out at the Publix up north, and I would meet him.
right.
You know, because that's where he is.
Yeah, he's just, and he does a great podcast.
Yes. Great
Yeah.
podcast, and he's got his show back, his
I
television show
know.
back.
I know.
Yes,
He should
very
be on
exciting.
our podcast. I think I sent him an email. I believe I did. Maybe I meant to,
He
and I
gets
didn't.
so many emails.
I know. Would you
He
be on our-
doesn't know who
Would
we
you
are.
be on the podcast where only 2 people listen, please, Alton?
But they're very devout listeners.
Yeah. So those are some other people born on July 30th, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some questions, some birthday questions. First of all, what's your favorite birthday memory of all of your birthdays? It doesn't have to be the best memory, but let's say the memory that stands out the most in your 47 years. Which would be your favorite?
I don't really have one.
In all your 48 years, which would be
48.
best
Hold on.
memory?
45.
I said 47 and you just totally let it go. You didn't even know.
That's because I'm getting old
Uh-huh.
and I don't listen to you.
You don't have a big favorite birthday memory from all of your birthdays?
No. I've had some pretty sad birthdays.
No, we don't want to hear those.
Well, they were disasters for sure.
Well,
My second husband bought a rose for another member of our softball team on my 30th birthday.
nice.
Yeah. So, wow, that was depressing.
Would you accept this rose? My name's not Rose.
No, all my birthdays kind of just. Oh, another really horrible birthday memory is my 7th birthday. I had this. My sister's birthday was a week after mine exactly, 7 days exactly, and we had to. That's when we started having to share birthday parties.
Yeah.
That was the stupidest thing my
Yep.
mother ever did. One of them. But yeah, I remember that day going, but why is she getting presents too? This is my party. And Heather's like, it's my party.
My brother was born December 26th, so he had to share a party with Jesus. And he never got presents because, I mean, how do you have top Christmas? You know, everybody in the world the day before your birthday got every present they wanted.
Yep.
And then you're like, thanks, a flashlight. Thanks,
Woo.
Dad.
Socks.
Mm-hmm.
I
Happy
needed
birthday.
some socks. Thanks,
Here's
Mom.
one present we bought with all of your others, and we just held it back so we can give it to you for your birthday.
You'll notice you got one less than everybody else. at
That's
Christmas.
right. Yeah, that would be really sucky. Or people who are actually born on Christmas, same thing.
I mean, I know people
It's like
who
Merry
were born on
Christmas, and birthday.
Yep.
Let's just put them all together.
Let's just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least they didn't have to share it with a sibling. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus didn't have to share with his siblings, I'll bet.
That's true.
All right, then you don't have a lot of good birthday memories. I should know you don't have a lot of memories anyway. You don't think about your past that much.
I really don't, unless it's traumatic and hurtful.
All right, so I got another question for you. Let's say some wealthy...
Hold on. I remember a very good birthday.
Okay.
You took me to the melting pot, even though you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
want to go. Because I hadn't had fondue in way too long.
I forgot about that birthday. We'd been talking about going to the fondue pot, melting pot.
Melting pot.
And we spent so much freaking money. We ate a lot of cheese and a lot of chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah. The cheese was
And
better
drank
than
wine.
the chocolate. Yeah.
Yes. And that's just heaven.
You kind of got a little ripped on that one, I remember.
That's heaven.
Yeah, I remember that. I forgot it.
Wine,
I was just thinking.
cheese,
I was just like, what?
chocolate.
I don't even remember what we did on any of your birthdays. Now I remember that one.
All the things that cause migraines in one sitting.
All right, so let's say that you have that there's a benefactor, if you want. That's not even the word I want. Let's just say a wealthy dude.
Okay.
Or dudette.
Okay.
A wealthy person. You encounter a wealthy person, extremely wealthy, and this person says, I will give you any present that you want, anything that money can buy. And it has to be something money can buy. So they can't give you world peace or anything like this. Something that money can buy within reason. You can't buy the whole state of New York. What would you want? from this person who can buy anything for you. They could spend any amount of money and they can buy anything for you. What would you want?
I don't like things.
It's too bad they're offering this.
Does it have to be a thing?
Well, it has to be something money can buy.
Okay. I would like them to put about $10 million into a fund for me.
That's
and
not
I'll
buying something.
live off the return.
That's not buying something.
But
they can buy
it's
you
buying me
No, they
security.
They could buy you a $10 million diamond ring, which you could sell and you can do it yourself. They have to buy you something.
I would like them to buy me a private island
Oh, there you go. Okay.
with a
Where?
private jet
Where?
and a private cabana staff.
So you can hang around and show your privates. Where would this be located?
Wherever.
In the Caribbean? In the, somewhere around.
Mediterranean area, somewhere in there, maybe.
Okay, see? It works. See, you could still wish.
And I could probably sell it
Okay. Yeah,
and
if you
live
wanted
off
to.
of the funds.
If you wanted to.
I wonder how much something like that would cost.
All right, so let's kind of tie that in with this. If you could celebrate your birthday any place in the whole world, where would it be?
Ooh, I have this one.
Any place?
Speaking of the Mediterranean,
Okay.
I have a couple places. Can I put out a couple of ideas?
No, you only get one.
But
No, because you could do 10 and go, any of these places. One, you get one place. Why are you so selfish? I don't understand. It's just like you
give me 2 would you rather questions, and then you call me selfish when I want to tell you 3 places I'd like to spend my birthday.
Yeah, if someone gives you 2 things, that's fine. But you want to take, if someone's asking you for 1 and then you say, I want 2, that's selfish. That's basically what's happening.
Okay, fine. Then I will pick one of my
Pick
top
one.
3.
Pick one.
And I'll tell you why I picked this place.
Okay.
Because it is miserably hot here,
Uh-oh.
and I have no air conditioning in my car. So
Oh, okay.
I'm melting
Yes.
regularly.
Yes.
Like on the regular every day,
Uh-huh.
I melt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of cooler climes.
Okay.
And I think I would like to spend my birthday in the Isle of Skye,
Nice.
in this Scotland Highlands, in the Highlands.
Sipping a little scotch, huh?
Yeah.
That would be fun. I bet
Yeah.
it's hot there right now, though.
No, actually, it's 61 degrees there, but
oh,
it is.
man.
But it is 1 o'clock in the morning there.
That's fine.
But 61 is cooler than it gets at 1 o'clock in the morning here.
That's right.
So yeah, I would like to go there.
All right, so next question. Any birthday meal, whatever you want. What's your meal? What's your birthday meal you're choosing? You pick it. You pick it, we stick it. I don't know what that means.
Huh?
You pick it, we lick it. Birthday meal. Come on.
Any birthday meal. You just got to spring these on me. You got to give me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm going to go with a nice mahi-mahi.
Okay.
With a, let's throw some, with a little pico de gallo, but I'd like some citrus in there, like maybe mango.
Okay.
Something like that. Grilled.
Okay.
Yeah,
That it?
that's what I'm going with.
Cool. All right, one more question.
Okay.
You get to invite 5 people at this birthday party, at this birthday dinner. 5 people, living or dying, or
like
dead.
in the process of
In the
dying.
process,
I
yes.
don't think they want to come to my birthday.
Or dead, living or dead.
Uh-huh.
5 people. Who would you pick to come to your birthday party?
I'm going to just off the top exclude people that I know would come to my
don't.
birthday.
I'm not going to come. Don't invite me.
Okay. So
Don't waste your pick.
don't waste my pick on you.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 people. Let's see. Oh, Tom Hanks.
Oh, that would be fun.
I would love to have Tom Hanks at my birthday because he would be fun.
He would.
He would be a load of laughs and good. He's good people.
Yeah.
Um,
We hope he is.
Albert Einstein.
Al, sure.
Yeah.
Al and Tom together would be good.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun. Although he'd probably hit on me.
Albert or Tom?
Albert.
Is that a bad thing?
He was a ladies' man.
That's maybe not a bad thing.
No, not right now. David Tennant.
All right.
just
Dave?
because I need some eye candy.
Yeah.
And because he's like, have you ever listened to his podcast?
I've not listened to his podcast.
Well, he has a podcast called David Tennant Does a Podcast With. And it's pretty good. He's just
I
a
can
down-to-earth kind of guy.
He seems like it. I've seen a
Yeah.
couple of documentaries about him and with him.
Yeah.
There was one where he was like going back and like looking at his roots, revisiting his roots or something, and that was really cool.
Yeah, he did an episode of Who Do You Think You Are?
Yeah.
And he found out that his family is from Mull.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. I think that would be fun to have him there.
Was that 3?
Yep.
3? 2 more?
Yep, and the 2 more are women.
Okay.
I would like Harriet Tubman
Okay.
at my birthday party.
All right.
Not that I think she'd be a load of laughs.
She might be. We don't know.
I mean, she might be.
I heard some stories about her recently. She seemed like she was spicy.
She's a badass.
Yeah, she didn't take a lot of lip.
No, she did not. No, she did not. You know, she did more than just conduct the.
Right.
She did a lot more than that. She. Where did it go? I just had it right here because I fell in love with her, and so I started looking her up. I
Yep.
mean, I didn't like literally fall in love with
Right.
her,
I
but
think we get that.
yeah, you know what I mean. So she they nicknamed her Moses. You know that. She left her husband in Maryland to go to Free State, and her husband stayed there and remarried.
Huh.
So I don't know if it was his fear or if his ability to leave was impaired somehow. But she would go back to Maryland to get people and bring them back.
Yeah.
And he was never one of them. So I don't know what happened there. But she, where is it? Okay, so she fought for slaves, clearly. She was, suffrage for women. She was a huge proponent of women's suffrage. So she just kept on fighting.
So she'd be fun. And if Al makes a pass for you, she'd probably break it up. Stop it, Al.
Stop it. Stop
All right,
it.
you get one more person. Who is it?
Mary Stopes.
Who?
Mary Stopes.
I don't know her.
No, you don't. She was born in 1880. She was a huge proponent of birth control
Okay.
and sex education. She was a sex educator.
Okay.
She helped to open the first contraceptive clinic ever.
And you feel like that would make some interesting dinner conversation.
Yeah. Mostly I just think she's a cool chick.
Yeah.
There was a little, she's a little controversial though, and I'll tell you why. Just disclaimer, I do know this about her. She was a fan of eugenics. Before the Nazis, totally twisted
Right.
eugenics. She thought it had a purpose. She thought it had reasoning. Hers was more medical,
Right.
to weed out disease.
Yeah.
So that can be considered controversial. But what she did for women, just, giving them a sex life, even if they didn't want babies,
Yeah.
She knew her priorities.
Cool.
So I like her.
All right. Well, so you're stocked now.
Yep, I got all my 5 folks.
Everyone's there.
Okay.
A lot of old people and Tom Hanks.
David Tennant is not old.
Oh, that's right. Dave and Tom are contemporary. That's kind of cool. All right.
Would you come to that party?
I might show up. I might bust the tables. I don't know. Maybe I'll be a server.
Okay.
I would serve.
All right.
Something like that. I have a few little trivia things about birthdays really quick. August has the most birthdays in the world. If you take everybody in the whole world, 9% of the people in the world have a birthday in August,
That's because the mommies of the people born in August got knocked up when it was really cold.
I guess. But it's, it's not warm everywhere.
True.
Not cold everywhere.
That's true.
So 9%. The second, it would be July, which is you.
Me.
And the third, September. So September, July, August, September.
Which is basically why, because of what I said. Because they do it in winter and they produce it in summer.
2 billion birthday cards are sent a year. 2 billion.
That's a waste.
58% are from the United States or sent in the United States.
So wasteful.
The Sultan of Brunei. I guess that's Brunei. Brunei. The Sultan. He is the Sultan of Brunei. He spent on his 50th birthday. This is the most expensive birthday party on record. He spent $27.2 million on his 50th birthday. That birthday party included 3 concerts starring Michael Jackson. That was the most expensive part of the birthday. $16 million was
Jesus.
spent on that. Michael 3 times. So basically, Michael made pretty good cash
Yes.
on that.
Yes, he did.
The Diary of Anne Frank. The diary was Anne Frank's 13th birthday present.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what the golden birthday is?
Yes.
It's not what you're thinking.
Oh, it's not. Oh, no, I wasn't thinking that. The golden birthday is like, it would have been my 30th birthday because
Exactly
I was
right.
born on July 30th. So
Right.
when you turn that age, that's your golden birthday.
Yeah, I didn't know it had a name,
Mm-hmm.
but I can remember when I turned 27 on the 27th. I thought that was cool.
So I have a bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
You read all those exact same facts on another show about my birthday.
I didn't read the same facts. I think I talked about the same people who had the birthday, but that's been a long. That was like
No, you read those facts.
I've never seen those facts before.
You
ever.
read those facts.
I don't think so. Anyway, so there you go. If you don't like it, then I'm sorry. That was what I did for your birthday.
Thank you. That's all? I don't have a present?
No, I gave you the present last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
We're all out of sync.
We're so out of sync.
All right. Well, this birthday episode has gone on way, way too long.
Happy birthday.
I think we should put a stop to it.
Okay.
Really, really quick.
Really quick.
But
before we
let's
do-
talk about some shit.
Why did the bee get married?
Because it was betrothed.
Because he found his honey.
Oh.
Come
That's when the bear
on.
got married.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, the bee would have found his honey when he puked it up,
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
Okay.
It was on his legs. See, that's the thing. If he'd washed his legs, if you wash your legs, there's no honey.
There's
That's
no
the whole
honey.
thing. That's why I don't wash my legs.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
what do you think of this beer? What do you think of this Monday Night Brewing Slushee Fund?
I actually like it.
Me too.
I am a fan.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
I'm sorry you didn't get more.
I should have got another can. We were talking about how we should not drink as much beer, and now I kind
Now
of
we
want
want
more of
more.
this. This is actually good. It's not very sour. It's not very berry-ish. It's
Right.
not overpowering at all. It's a very nice drink,
It
and
is.
I wished I'd had about this much more, and it's really nice.
I think that, I will definitely add this to things that I will buy for the house.
I got that at the Grant Park Market down there close to you.
I know where to get it now.
That's exactly right. And so I'm giving it a 3.5. What about you?
I'm going to give it a 4.
4?
4.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. It's good. It's nice. It's got a really cool flavor. I'd like to have more of it. So, hey,
like the artwork
everybody,
on it,
thanks
too.
for hanging out with us on this epic disaster.
Yeah,
If you'd like to do so, we're here every Monday. We come back every Monday.
we do.
If you noticed, we read a letter at the beginning of the show. See, all you have to do to get on the show is write us a letter. Just send us something,
it.
and unless you just don't want us to read it, but for the most part, that's how you participate. Just write us a letter.
And if you don't want us to say who it's from, we won't, but you
That's
have
right.
to tell us, or
Yeah.
else we will.
So you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. I always forget YouTube and Instagram.
Correct.
And pretty much this epic disaster, even though sometimes it's spelled weird, but it's where you find us pretty much. Mostly we hang out on Facebook, though.
You'll recognize us.
Yeah.
We're
yeah,
the ugly
yeah,
folk.
We're that.
That's
we're,
us.
We're those people.
Yep.
So you can drop us a line at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. You can download the podcast. You can subscribe, which we highly recommend that you do.
Please do.
And it helps us out. It makes us feel good.
Because
And-
Rick forgets to release the episode a lot.
No, I don't always forget. Sometimes I'm too busy. I just don't. I have other work. I have another job.
Do you really?
I have another life.
This isn't all you do?
And sometimes it takes a lot of time, and I have to kind of wait and do it toward the end of the day. But the subscribers get it immediately.
Ooh.
So,
Because you queue it up.
and there's been a few times that I've just forgotten to do it, as we all know.
100%.
There was one time I went almost the entire week and forgot.
And nobody noticed.
No one
That's
noticed.
so sad.
I know. So anyway, yeah, hang out with us, be our friend, talk to us, let us know what you think. We're probably going to be doing a video pretty soon, I guess,
I
right?
promise not to pour beer on your head.
And we haven't talked a whole lot about it. We mentioned it a little bit, but we're going to be doing something special for Halloween this year. I think it's going to involve story writing. So kind of let that turn in your head, and hopefully we'll we'll get that going really, really soon.
We should, yes.
We should do it soon. Anything else you want to talk about before you say goodbye?
Nope. Just thank you for talking about me this episode.
Your
and
birthday.
My birthday.
We only have to talk about you once a year, and the rest of the time it's me.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.